All right, welcome. We're doing more Marvel Ultimate Universe. We're doing Ultimate Wolverine. When this first came out, I was super pumped. And then I stopped reading it after a while. But we're going to get into it and go through everything for the Ultimate Universe. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let's hop in. Near the border of the Eurasian Republic in Latveria, airspace. So if you don't remember, the Maker gave out nations to different people. These people are the Rasputines who own Russia and own over mutants. We'll get more into that later when we see more mutants around. But for now, let's just focus on Wolverine, who's in the airship with some soldiers that are like, hey, you think that guy can hear us? You should probably ask. Well, I'm not asking him. That guy creeps me out. I heard he was part of an experiment gone wrong in the North America Union. My buddy says he's not a man at all. He says they pieced him together out of soldiers in combat. They say he can't die. They blow him up, stab him, shoot him. He always comes back. And then Wolverine stands up. This guy, look at this costume. He is actually the Winter Soldier. And shout out to the artist on this because it looks beautiful. Alessandro Capaccio. I don't know if I said that right. Probably did not. But we saw Bucky in Ultimates being head of the Red Skulls. So who's going to take his place as the Winter Soldier? Well, it's Wolverine because Russia is owned by the mutants. At least some of them. But Wolverine stands up. The people with him freak out and they're like, what's he going to do? He doesn't have a parachute as he opens the door to the plane and then just hops out. Where we get a flashback. Look, it's a survivor. As these hunters chase a very, very injured man through the forest, they said there would be no survivors from the airstrike. They did, a blast like that. And so the soldier asks his friend, what do you do with an injured dog? You shoot it. This appears to be Wolverine surviving an airstrike while everybody else croak-boated. And Wolverine, still flying down from the airship, is spotted by some resistance group saying, whoa, it's a missile. Where his buddy's like, nah, that's the breed. It's gotta be. But it's coming right at us as it lands right next to the base. And before they can even see anything, Wolverine pops up, snicked, and then cuts them down. And he starts aura farming. Inside this resistance group, we see Mystique and Kurt, or Nightcrawler. This group is mutants fighting back against the Eurasian Republic. And hearing Wolverine, they prepare and then see the claws burst through the door. Kurt tells others to leave, and another flashback gets started for Wolverine. The specimen has not taken kindly to his cell. The same specimen who survived airstrike and opposition compound outside Rasputingrad. A bullet at point-blank range to the temple magic, he regenerated his whole body in record time and had strength enough to kill the soldier who shot him. As we see the leader of the Eurasian Republic standing there looking at this specimen, he comes from the North America Union, Canada, but it hasn't spoke since it came to Moscow. So, what do we do with this? Well, we attempted skeletal enhancement before, as you may know, which was a failure. We'll get into that one later, but we cannot permit such a failure. As Wolverine is punching the glass, trying to get out, his knuckles bloody, I don't think you need to worry about with this specimen. We will not fail. And Magic points out that this specimen is wild. Well, yes, but this specimen has what others lacked, instinct. This dude's a survivor. For example, we tried to administer a sedative 4 times, and we lost the technician 4 times. Colossus pops in. If it cannot be controlled, this thing is useless. Well, with all due respect, leader, but I think you forget that it's not only the specimen we have here. The telepath? Who is that? That could be Jean Grey, or that could be Charles. Wolverine makes an X symbol, X-Men, inside of his little stained glass thing. Once we have control, I do not think the opposition will be a problem much longer. That is quite useful. So it seems Wolverine was part of the resistance group. His base got destroyed by an airstrike. He was the only survivor left, and then they captured him, recognizing that he had 2 things. One, healing factor 2, bone claws, and was a mutant. Going back to the present, Wolverine pops into the door, cracks his neck. I was going to say snaps his neck. And then Kurt's like, yo, I know that guy. That's his best friend. Kurt and Wolverine are best friends. They start shooting down at him while Kurt goes, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. As Wolverine just starts butchering everybody. Here, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Mystique sees Wolverine before he's able to see her, and he transforms into Colossus. In an attempt to trick Wolverine, he goes, opposition rats are swarming all over this. And then Wolverine sniffs him out and then puts the claws on him. But he gets kicked in the chest, hit in the face with the gun, and then shot at by the minigun. Where Wolverine outsmarts, jumps over, cuts down the minigun, and then slashes Colossus's neck. Mystique dies, which leaves one man left as he stands over the pile of bodies in the cathedral, staring at Nightcrawler, which plays one last flashback. Sedate, but not sedated. He's under control. Is he chained? Yes. Precaution, its mind is empty. Ours is molding. So it seems they've been using the telepath onto Wolverine to empty his mind so that they can control him. Just like the Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes was done a long time ago. Not by a telepath, but mind control. Its allegiance will be only to the Eurasian Republic. Well, yes, Colossus. Its memories have been wiped completely. It will not even know its own name. But that instinct, its survival instinct, will remain. You'll not find another specimen like this. Close, maybe, but this specimen is unique. Its past self is dead. Logan was what is once called, but no more. We've taken to calling it by a nickname. Seemed fitting. Lived, died, and born again as we chose. It will be a cold-blooded, relentless, merciless. We call it our Winter Soldier. As Kurt stands in the cathedral, if you are who I think you are, no, I know that it's you. I don't know what they've done to you, but this isn't you, Logan. It's me, your friend, Kurt. I beg you, please. I do not wish to fight. But Wolverine has no memories, so he is going in. And Kurt realizes that there is no stopping him, and he's probably going to die. As he goes, I'm sorry, and starts teleporting around, knocking Wolverine down. Picks up a gun. Forgive me, but I do what I must. And then teleports and starts shooting at Wolverine. And Wolverine is smart. This dude is not an idiot. He's a weapon, a soldier. He sniffs Kurt out and knows where he's going to teleport next. Surprise attacks him, stabs him in the chest, and kills him. Kurt's last words, Goethe Sagan, Logan. If you're in there, my friend, I pray you have the strength. I'm sorry we weren't quick enough. We came back. We came back for you. We always came back for you. As he finally dies, and Wolverine just stares at him for a minute. Leaving the cathedral, Wolverine walks by the dead bodies, seemingly having a small emotional reaction to what he's done, and gets told, these are the enemies. They are dirty, they are cowards, they are wrong. But we have one thing in common. We both know how to fight. The difference is we know how to win. Look at these two. Escaped 2 years ago from the East Berlin camp. They could have been part of the solution like you, sir. Part of history, giving themselves their bodies, their abilities for the Republic. Instead, they are running away. But not you. You are a fighter. You, my friend, you aren't part of history. You are history. As he's chained up, forced to look at to them. And on the plane, we see Logan with his mask off, staring at his mask with blood covered down like tears, sniffing the blood, while Kurt's message, his last prayer, flows into the background of his mind. and he seemingly understands what's going on. This, I feel like, is when he starts to regain his memories from his previous life. The seeds of betrayal are coming in. Ultimate Wolverine, issue 1. We'll do more. I do like this story, and I love the art for it. So thank you for listening, watching, and enjoying. Peace out.